Cosplay here. In this video I will be talking about feeling insecure about your cosplays and the things that I have learned to deal with that and to sort of boost your confidence and therefore feel less insecure. We all feel insecure sometimes, whether it's about our bodies, our skills, relationships, work, life in general, but that's okay. It's a very human thing, but feeling insecure isn't the best feeling, especially because it can become like this block, this obstacle, something you struggle to overcome, and it can really influence what you are doing. For example, cosplaying. I have learned that there are certain things I shouldn't do because they just make me even more insecure than I already am. And there are also some things that actually boost my confidence, so things that I should do. I try to put all those things in sort of actions, in things you can do, in tips. But before we get into that, I want to say one more thing. Something else that I have learned is that, for me at least, all my insecurities, whether they are about my body, my skill set, come down to feeling not good enough, like feeling I'm not a good enough cosplayer. And narrowing them down to one thing sort of makes it less scary for me, because it's not this whole list of things I feel insecure about. It's just one thing. And one thing I can handle. So just wanted to mention that realizing I could narrow all my insecurities down to one thing has really helped me. So just wanted to get that out there. And now it's time for the tips. Let's do it. First tip, compare yourself to yourself. One of the mistakes that I made a lot in the past and still do sometimes is comparing myself to other cosplayers and looking at other cosplayers to get inspiration from them, to learn from them is a great thing. But once your head starts filling with thoughts of, oh, they did that better and I wish I could be that good, like this warning sign should go off, because those are not the thoughts you want in your head, because they will make you feel a lot more insecure. It's like cookies for your insecurities. But a great counteraction for that is comparing yourself to yourself. Look at old cosplay photos. Yes, it will be cringy, but putting your first cosplay next to your latest cosplay and seeing all the progress you have made is a great feeling. And let's be honest, we all love a glow up. So on my Facebook page I even have this folder with all of my glow ups, and I should really make an Instagram highlight with them. Note for future self, make an Instagram highlight with all of your glow ups. But just looking at that is a great confidence boost and is a lot better than comparing yourself to other cosplayers. Now on to tip number 2, make a lot of progress pictures. For me that really helps because I just love seeing a costume come together from a pile of materials to the actual thing. And something that I often do is putting a lot of pictures together in a sort of collage. I hope I'm saying that right. I googled the English pronunciation for that word. My apologies if I still mess it up. But making a collage with progress pictures, I think, is a good thing also to boost your confidence, because you just see the costume come together. Of course, when you're buying your costume, you might not have that many steps to take a picture of, but you still make progress. Like, you will probably do a makeup test. You need to find a wig, you will test that. You will try on the costume for the first time, maybe even make some alterations. So even there you have a lot of options to take pictures of the process and seeing everything come together. Tip number 3, find your comfort zone. This is not an easy thing to do, but finding what characters you're comfortable with, what techniques you're comfortable with, whether it's like sewing or making armor or even certain materials you are comfortable with, can really be something great, I think. Because in your comfort zone, you will feel the most confident, and when you're confident, it will be easier to step outside of that comfort zone, because I am all for trying new things and expanding your knowledge and your comfort zone. But if you don't really know what you're really comfortable with, it's something really difficult to do. Another great thing about having a comfort zone, like knowing what makes you feel comfortable and confident, is that you sort of have a safe haven to fall back to. Sometimes you will be at a place where you feel really insecure, and having some safe space to fall back to can really help you rebuild your confidence until you're ready to try and take a step out of it again. To sort of put that into an example, I love Elsa and I wanted to cosplay her for a very long time, but one of my insecurities is my forehead, and I really hate the way my hair looks pulled backwards. For a long time I have stayed away from characters that like needed a lace front wig where my forehead would be showing. So of course Elsa with like her hair pulled back in the braid, like the iconic look, was something that just really scared me. But when Frozen 2 came out, you have like near the end of the movie where she has her hair down, and that really reminded me of a hairstyle of a character I already did, Killer Frost from the DC universe. Like, they have sort of similar hairstyles, and I do like how that kind of hairstyle looks on me. So that's sort of within my comfort zone. So I still think Elsa is a little bit out of it, because she's sort of a character I'm scared of to try, because I'm not sure that that's a character that will suit me. But I love her. I don't want to care anymore. I want to cosplay her, so I decided to try that outfit from the second movie, because it's closer to my comfort zone, and thus for like I don't have to take a very big step out of it. And I'm working on the costume right now. Who knows, maybe I will really like how it looks on me, and maybe one day I will feel confident enough to try her iconic look with the braid. On to tip number 4. Now this is less of an action and more of a mindset, and that is, one costume can have different difficulty levels. Sometimes you see a character that you really want to cosplay, but it's very complex and it's just scary to start on that. But that's the fun thing about cosplay. You can give your own spin on the costume. You can change some details. You can even do your own version of that character, like do a more casual thing, whatever you feel like doing at the time. With this, it's really important to also keep in mind that everybody has their own learning curve. Some people will learn very quickly, other people's are a bit slower, some people make a lot of progress in a very short amount of time, and then it will slow down a little bit. But that's why I think it's important when you want to start on a costume to just scale it down to the level you are at that moment. There's nothing wrong with that, to leave out some details, or even the other way around. When you want to cosplay a character but you think it's a little bit simple, you want to try some new stuff, just add some details, make it more difficult, try things you have never tried before. It's cosplay. Everything is possible. And of course, there are people who like just charge ahead and try the most difficult thing from the first time, and for some people that works. I don't prefer that, because starting a very big project that is sort of out of your league and then failing is very discouraging. So I just like to take it a step at a time, and keeping in mind that maybe my skill level just isn't there yet, and just go with it. And then now, tip number 5, set a realistic goal. This sort of goes with the previous one, where I talked about your learning curve. Setting a realistic goal for yourself, something you want to reach, I think has two benefits. One, the better you get at a certain skill, the more confident you will feel with it and therefore less insecure. Second benefit, when you reach that goal, it will give you a confidence boost. So it's sort of a win-win situation, I think. And the goal you set for yourself can be anything. You can even set a goal to focus on something you feel insecure about. For example, you feel really insecure about your posing in pictures. You think it's horrible, you can set a goal to practice on that and like watch tutorials, practice in the mirror, ask a friend to take pictures and help you with it. And then when you reach that goal, it gives you a confidence boost and you will be better at posing and therefore more confident in it, and it will make you feel less insecure to do so. You can also just set a goal because you want to learn a new technique or you want to get just better at something you already feel confident in, but you just want to get better. Whatever works for you. One thing I will add to this, keep in mind you have to pick something that is realistic, because if you don't reach the goal, it can have the opposite effect and make you feel even more insecure. Example of a bad goal is like saying, I am going to win that competition. There are way too many things with that can go wrong, things you cannot control. So that would be a very bad goal. Like if you've never been in a competition, it can be a goal to try out one. I think that was sort of it for this video. I know it's a lot, I rambled a lot, my apologies. I do hope you found this video useful, that there are some tips you can use to boost your confidence and feel better in your cosplays, and don't let those insecurities get to you. It happens, life, being human, it sucks sometimes, but we can make it work. So thank you for watching and bye!